Good evening, Munchie Mafia. Tonight we are going to be doing our Wheel of Fortune, and our Wheel of Fortune has ditalini pasta, and we also have a lamb shank, or I'm sorry, not a lamb shank, um, rack of lamb, chilies, black beans, and the dreaded Mountain Dew. So let's get to it.
Somewhere in Washington, there is an antique kitchen in the shadows of Mount Rainier, where the Munchie Mafia meets every magical Sunday night for hours of fun and laughter with the spin of the colorful wheel of culinary misfortune. A whiskey whisk, a stirry stir, a bakey bake, have some laughy laughs. The wheel spins round and round, stopping at one ingredient at a time. Some are winners, some are losers. Who the hell suggested Twizzlers? You're gonna hell for that one. A whiskey whisk, a stirry stir, a bakey bake, have some laughy laughs. Like and subscribe to Munchie Mafia Official. Tickle that little bell icon to receive notifications. Thanks for coming, dear friends. Go get yourself a drink, grab some tasty snacks before we get this dumpster fire started. A whiskey whisk, a stirry stir, a bakey bake, have some laughy laughs. Let's work some magic together with all these twisted ingredients that all of you chose, and whoever suggested those damned Twizzlers is going to hell for that one.
We didn't really have a lot of choices as far as lamb goes. So we got a lamb rack, and what I'm doing, the bones were already Frenched, unfortunately, and I'll just explain how that goes. And what you do is you just basically just tease the knife downward to about an inch and a half to an inch, and along both sides of the bone, and then you score it straight across the bone, right, right where you have cut all that meat off in between the bones, and then you just basically just pull it out of there, and then you can just take a knife and just scrape the bone down to get it all nice and clean like that. Now this one has already been trimmed out pretty well. What I do want to do first off is um, we're going to score through the fat just so that everything holds on nicely. I already went one direction, but you don't want to cut all the way through. You just want to just give it a light scoring right through that fat, and you'll get a nice little pattern, just like so. And you just use a boning knife. And let's see here, who do we have in chat? so far. We've got, switch over to all messages so I can see everybody. We got Peaceful Des. We got Demoose. We've got East Wind Farms. Greg Johnson. Katie's Kitchen. Hey, you made it. Larry. Yes, I can barbecue. Hi, Simon. Your ingredient is up, and also one of Dez's ingredients is up. I think the black beans was hers, and Simon, yours was the chili peppers. Let's see here. We got, who else do we have here? And we got Tiger. Hello, hello, hello. All right, score it, and we're gonna go through all the rest of the ingredients. And we got the black beans. I've already drained them. I didn't buy the dry ones. This one is Tiger's, and it's Ditalini pasta, and they're basically little balls of spite and malice. The other alternative, if you cannot find this, which I had to actually get this off of Amazon, is you can always use quinoa instead. It's about the same size. Now, I had to actually consult with the guru of Mountain Dews because I don't drink Mountain Dew. I haven't drank Mountain Dew since back in the day when they first came out with Code Red. And so, of course, Zach, my assistant at work, is giving me the rundown on all of the flavors, all the subtle nuances, and I'm like, oh my God, my brain was hurting. So we decided that Baja Blast was going to be the one. All right, so now we have that. We also have a mixture of chilies. We got jalapenos, Fresnos, and the long green one. I forgot what the name of it is. And of course, then we also have onions and cilantro, a little bit of mint, a little bit of tomato, smoked garlic, rosemary, citrus, coffee, spices, and a partridge in a pear tree. So I was thinking to myself, how the hell am I going to do this? And hello, Lady Pug. And Polish Cha-Cha Fishing is in the house. Haven't seen you in a while, Mike. Welcome. Come on in. Water's fine. So I kept thinking to myself, what the hell is it that I could possibly do with this? Because what the hell do I do with Mountain Dew? I have no freaking idea. Still trying to figure it out. Still trying to work it out in my head. I think I have an idea. But first, we're going to make my version of a black rub. So, we've got a whole bunch of ingredients here. One of it's espresso. And we're going to put a copious amounts of kosher salt. Cocoa powder. Couldn't find my good stuff, so we're just going to have to go with the Hershey's. I know, it sounds weird, doesn't it? But believe it or not, it actually works. Tried and true. Derek's in the house? Hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
I don't see Derek. Oh, there's Derek. Hey, Derek. Long time no see. All right. Smoked paprika, ground ancho chili powder, because Simon said chilies. We have chilies. We have fresh chilies, but we also want to, give it a little bit of a kick. Actually, no, not that one. What am I doing? New Mexico chili powder. All right. Now we are going to be using cast iron today. So we're going to actually get this bugger heated up and ready to rock and roll for the party. Chili's overload. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. And there's Lance Sleeper Barbecue Grills to Gills. Hello. Our house is full today. So to all you moms out there, happy Mother's Day. Um, it's been an interesting Mother's Day. I've just been kind of relaxing. I had a very large freight that I had to throw on Thursday, and I pretty much still recuperating from my injury, and I felt like my arms were going to fall off. It was like extreme arm day. Okay, so here we have my rub. Now we're going to just give this a good rub on the fat side, and we scored it so that we're going to really want to work that down in there really, really, really well. Okay. Now I've never tried this with lamb. I'm not generally a lamb person. I'm not really all that fond of lamb. I really actually don't like lamb. But I'm taking one for the team because, we're embracing this whole thing with the mystery wheel of misfortune. And one of the ways to do that is to expand my repertoire a little bit. Not that I've not cooked lamb much. I just don't cook lamb much at home. All right. So there we have that. Probably not enough salt, but we'll soon see. Thank you. This one is the Dal Strong. It's the Beetlejuice edition. That's what one side looks like. It has Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice on here and some of the design. On the other side, Michael Keaton again, and it's got bugs. Comes with a really, really nice heavy-duty leather sheath for the knife. And it comes with a paring knife, and they are all sold out. I really wish I could have gotten the pizza cutter, but that thing was expensive. We don't really eat a lot of pizza at home. Anyway, so there's that. And I just love it. It's got the Dal Strong rivet and then bugs. Loving it. Loving it. Loving it. Okay. Let's go take a gander at our cast iron. We got some pretty decent heat in there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the Baja Blast and we're actually going to open that up and set it over here because we are going to use that. Oh God, that smells horrible. All right. Got some olive oil in this pan. Should be nice and hot. Oh yeah. It's got a nice spread on it. All right. And we're going to take our wonderful lamb rack. We're going to start with the fat side down. Actually, you know what? I'm going to split this in half. So when you're splitting, hello? Upstairs? So when you're splitting a lamb rack, there's 8 bones here. So 1, and you always count from the outside because you got meat here, but you always count from the, actually this is backwards. Okay, so count from the outside here on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. See where that lands? We're just going to go in and we're just going to follow the bone all the way down. And it'll split just nice, just like so. These are actually nice looking lamb racks. So, all right, now back to it. And we're going to forget about this for a little while. We're just going to let this do its thing. I'm going to go and get a different cutting board. You're going to switch it to the other camera? Yeah, they're like cooking like a bachelor that's really into hot boxing in their beat up old Corolla Tiger. But that's not the reason why we're Munchie Mafia. So, grab this, bring it over here so I can read. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? This is going to cause a lot of smoke, so. Yeah, SPG is perfectly fine and dandy. One of the things that really kind of drives me a little bit mad is that people rely too much on mint for lamb. Never understood that. I mean, mint has its purposes, but you know, all these people that are like, oh, mint jelly, mint jelly, mint jelly. It's like, no, don't do that. It's just absolutely maddening. So I have my oven preheated at 400 degrees. Yes, just EVO in the pan. We're gonna get this seared off really well. The first thought was I was gonna get like some lamb shanks and braise them in the Mountain Dew. That would help to purge some of that gaminess out of there, but they didn't have any lamb shanks. I had a choice of this or a whole lamb roast, and for the price of a whole lamb roast for this is just out of my budget right now. Because this was like this rack here was only like $19 compared to $48 for that, and it's like that was just going to be way too much. So I'm more than certain that Timmy is not going to eat that. Okay, so now we're going to flip this bad boy over. You can see that pattern from the scoring the fat. Has left this really nice pattern, this little crosshair pattern. Yeah, some of our links are broken in the stream elements. I gotta go in and fix them. So just gonna try to get a little bit of that sear onto that bottom there. Put that over, do a little sear. Lamb you can eat medium. All right. I'm gonna flip that up. Get both ends. Put a little sear on those. Skin side up. Now we're gonna just pop it into the oven for a little bit. Cast iron and all. One of the beauties of cast iron is you can go from stovetop to oven without any problems. Okay, so now we have this going on. I'm gonna go and get my trusty box and move things around just a little bit. So first off, what we're going to do is, hello main girl, hello devil dog, welcome, come on in, pop a squat, we're cooking. Ooh, it's a little spicy. So let me see here, I'm looking here. Oh, that, I need that. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get a little bit of olive oil. And in our box, I'm going to hold it up over here. So in our box, what we have are a mixture of different chilies, onions, a little bit of cilantro, and my mint started to come up, so I got a little bit of mint. I don't know why. And I plucked some rosemary, but I also had some leftover cotija cheese. I'm sorry, manchego. I have manchego. Some leftover tomatoes for my salad, and some of that smoked garlic. Not sure if I'm going to use it all yet. Oh, and of course our black beans. But you tell me, should we use it all? What do you think? Hello, Stephen and Jacqueline. Welcome. Come on in. We are an all-inclusive group of people from all walks of life. Everybody is welcome here. All right, first off, we're going to start with the onion, and we're going to let this get nice and pretty. Let that get nice and happy. We want to get it translucent, maybe even just a little bit on the caramelized side. And then the next ingredient, as I always say, always start with the hardest first. Onion would be the one that needs the most love on heat, because you can really draw out a lot of the flavor. And then over in this pot, what we're going to do, let me move that over here for just a second. We're going to take this Baja Blast. We're going to put some in this pot. Hopefully it doesn't react, but and ruin my Le Creuset, or knockoff, I should say. Put it over here on the rear burner. Let that get happy for a little bit and come back over to this. I'm seriously contemplating getting one of those portable double induction burners for the table, so I can cook over there instead of cooking over here. You can't really see all of it. Not figured out how the hell to get that centered so that you can see the entire stove. This microwave that I have up here kind of gets in the way of things a little bit. Might have to pull the stove out about three inches from the wall just to get a little bit better clearance. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Hello, onesies. Am I missing anybody? If I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry. Sometimes the chat moves a little too fast for me. All right, so now we got some color happening on these onions. This is about the time that we start to introduce all these peppers, Fresnos, jalapeno, and the long green one, I forgot the name of it. Maybe Simon can help me out. Anaheim? No, wait a minute. Anaheim is the red one. Right? I don't remember. So we want to get some of that waxy texture from the skins to break down a little bit. We don't want to cook it too much to death. I'm going to actually put that over there for the moment. Now, I'm out of tequila, so that would have been really good for this. So we're going to start to deglaze the pan a little bit with this Mountain Dew. Hey, She Cooks and Roasts. Welcome. We're cooking with Mountain Dew today. Where the hell's Mason so I can yell at him? All right. Actually, you know what? That doesn't smell half bad. This might actually work. All right. We're gonna let that go to Ossack. It's probably gonna bring a little bit more sweetness to it than what I want, but that's okay. And then we're going to come over here. We're gonna get a little bit of chili powder. Just gonna get a little pinch of chili powder. A little pinch of that ancho chili because we got to tie the room together because that's what was in our black rub. New Mexico chili powder. Just a little smidge of that. A little bit of smoked paprika. Actually, probably a lot of smoked paprika. Some cumin. Now we're just going to just stir this a little bit. Probably drop a little bit of salt in there. A little smidge. And Ossack is when there's hardly any liquid because it's evaporated. It'll be a little bit more pronounced. We're going to add just a little tiny bit of chicken bouillon powder. This is Knorr. Just a little thumbnail worth right there. This is just to help give it a little bit of a kick. And that should do it. That and the black pepper. Now we're going to drop the black beans in there. We got that to a rapid boil. Now, ditalini is a very, very, very tiny pasta. And it's kind of a pain in the ass because we're going to have to fish it out. So we're going to stir up this black bean. And oh, I left it over on the table. That's where I left it. Okay, so ditalini pasta. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it right on in here. About a cup and a half. Now, if you don't have ditalini pasta, you can definitely use. No, that doesn't quite work. Okay, so we're going to have to just add some more this stuff here. Go. All right. This is really, really starting to smell really good. Very fragrant right now. We don't want to mess it up. But I am going to add just a little bit more because we want to. Those beans have been sitting in a can and sitting in its own juice, and they were rinsed out previously, but we want to get them to soften up and let loose. I dropped it. Yeah, we want them to soften just a little bit more. You know what? That flavor is not half bad. It was really funny because when I'm making my chili, there's a bottle of Sprite that I add to it. So I guess this could work. Add vodka to the wheel next time. Well, you know, I do have vodka, except for I have crappy vodka. I've got whipped cream vodka and uh, mango. Whoops, boiling over. Oh, no shit. I'm just gonna have to just dump it in there and just let it do its thing. Let's try and do this in a good way so that I didn't have to go and drain it all out, but that's okay. Guess I'll just drain it. Bowl over here. Let's see here. Just get that over there like so. Hello, Judy Mae Collins. Welcome. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. All right. So now I'm going to go take a look at our ditalini pasta over here. Give it a stirry stir just so that they're not all stuck together. So, Tiger, what possessed you to throw this pasta on the wheel? I'm curious to find out what possessed you to do this to me. And what on earth did you use ditalini pasta for in a dish? Or is it just because you have to use a fine mesh strainer to strain it out, or else it just, if you use a regular colander, it all ends up down the sink? I'm curious to know. All right, so we got this going on, and it's starting to thicken. We may not need to add any of that pasta water to it. You use it in soups a lot. Okay, so that would make perfect sense. Ow. Ow. Just want to see where we're at in the cook on this. Yeah, so just to give you an idea, they're just like these little teeny tiny little balls. They're about the size of quinoa, except for they're full of gluten. Ow. Still rock hard in the middle. All right. Then we have that starting to really thicken a lot. So let's get our garlic in there next. And this garlic has already been cooked because it's smoked garlic. So we're just gonna stir it and mash it around a little bit very gently, and it should just incorporate very easily. When I smoke my garlic, I just leave them as whole bulbs. When I put them in the smoker, and then when I pull them out, just wait till they're cooled off down to room temperature. And I'll put them in baggies and stick them in the freezer. And every time I need some garlic, I'll just pop it on out. It's beautiful roasted garlic of sorts, but it's been smoked for roughly about 2 hours. Still digging that pasta out of my teeth. Hello, just cook the damn food. Exactly what we're doing. All right, so this is getting a little out of control. So we're going to give it a little bit more Mountain Dew, Baja Blast. We're cooking with Baja Blast today. Just give it a little bit more water or liquid. And at this point, we could probably dump the cilantro in there. Give it a tasty taste. See how screwed up this dish is going to be, and whether or not I'm going to have DoorDash on speed dial for the evening. Actually, you know what? That's not half bad. It really isn't. It does need more salt though. All right, let's see how our ditalini is. Ditalini is like lime green. So if I were cooking a pot of frog nuts, is this what frog testicles would look like? Do frogs even have testicles? I don't know. Cilantro goes great in all sorts of things. Just about every. I mean, I literally can eat a whole salad just with nothing but cilantro in it, and some, tomato and onion and stuff like that. It's like, love cilantro. Timmy, unfortunately, was one of those poor souls that was blessed with the cilantro tastes like soap curse. All right. While that's going, I'm gonna just take a look and see how our lamb is doing. It does smell quite good. Give it a little flippy flip. All right. Let's take a gander at our noodles here. Still not done. Damn. How long does it take to cook these things? What's the box say? 9 minutes. Store away from heat, humidity, and direct sunlight. The Chico brand. Alrighty, Roo. This is looking quite good. I need to get a spoon. Grab two. Oh, wait. Why are my plating spoons in the drawer over here? These are plating spoons. That's why I use it in soup. Doesn't turn to mush. I mean, they're pretty. They're still hard. All right. I have a bag of corn. This was my ice bag for my knee. When I hurt myself at work, I'm going to throw a little bit of corn in there. So the way that the mystery box works is that, for those that are new, I've never seen this, is that we spin the wheel. We pick the ingredients are picked by the wheel, and I don't get online to look for recipes. Don't ask ChatGPT for any help. Not that I ever use it. Don't look in cookbooks. Don't call a friend. Don't phone a friend. And so on and so forth. And I have to use my imagination to come up with something perfect. Okay, so maybe I don't have to drain this because I basically just let all this just cook out. So you can use other ingredients that I've got lying around the house or out in the garden. In this case, my rosemary came off my tree, so it looks kind of sad and lonely. Wow, that really picked up the flavor of that Baja green shit that I never buy. All right, pop that right there. Throw that right there. Actually, put that right there. Put that on top. Okay, so now we're going to just stir this together and pray. All right. Since I don't need that, I can put that back in the cubby. All right, so it doesn't really look like much, but give it a tasty taste. See where we're at. Oh my God, why? Why does that taste good? No, I'm serious, man. Just this in it by itself, I could just eat just this. To hell with the lamb chops. Wow. Why? Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh, damn. What the hell did I just do here? Holy hell. This is just amazing. Oh, it even smells good. It even smells good. No. Oh my God. All right, so I'm just going to add a little bit of lime zest in here. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Why? This should be disgusting. Oh, oh my God. All right. So holy shit. I can't believe that. Oh, all right. So now take that freaking cheese. Whoops. Take the cheese. It's so cheesy. All right. You know, I was gonna put a little bit of heavy cream in there, but you know what? It don't need it. Oh. All right, set that aside. Now, take the lamb chops. Take a gander at those. Oh my gosh. All right. Nice sear on them. Wow. just freaking wow, man. Where's my thermometer? Holy hell. Oh, it's right there. All right. Just set that there for a moment. Put all this stuff away real quick. I need my thingy. It's time to do some spring cleaning of my cabinets. I can't find anything. And it's a crapshoot as to whether or not, if I open the cabinet, is something going to come out and attack me violently. All right. There's that. All right. Rest these mofos. All right. So now I'm going to take some rosemary, throw it on in there. Throw some tomato in there. Oh! Hello. All right. Glazed pan with some cherry. Note to self, buy more sherry. We want to get those tomatoes blistered. With the rosemary. Now, as much as I don't want to, we're going to throw a little bit of mint in there. Just a little bit. Until those get nice and crispy. Let those get nice and happy. I'm going to blister these cherry tomato or grape tomato halves. Baby aromas. Salt. Always salt as you go. I'm going to actually turn that off. We're going to kill the heat on that. And just throw a little bit of butter in there. Now we're going to take our lamb and we're just going to let it sit in that butter for just a moment. Pick up some of that flavor from the rosemary. Good enough. All right. Come back over to the table. Alrighty. Scoop that out of the way. Now, you know what? I'm gonna put it in a bowl today. So, there's that. Take this. This really has a nice warm, sweet smell to it. I think, you know, for me personally, I think I would do this if I were to do this over again. What I would do is I would do quinoa. All right. But doesn't that look nice? I mean, it's not very colorful because it's kind of muted, but you know, it's all good. All right. Nice medium. If I can find the bone. This is not my normal knife. Really don't want that fat. Okay. It's nice medium. Alrighty, so now we're just going to take these, crisscross. Just like so. Get a little bit of our greenery, our salad. Just a plop over there in the corner. My beautiful leftover salad. And there's some of my tomato. I gotta have some of that blistered tomato. Right there, like so. All right. Yeah, if you want, you could put a little bit of a lemon wedge on there for squeezing if you want. But we definitely need a fork and a knife. All right, Rue. Oh no, a bat in the office. One time we were sitting on the porch and I have very long hair and it was in the middle of summer. We had a really big mosquito problem. And what ultimately happened was this bat got caught in my hair. Just flew down under the porch and got me. So let's see here. Here we go. Nice medium. Give the meat a taste. It's really tender. Bats taste like chicken. No, I cannot get bat meat. It just occurred to me just how close to cooking an entire zoo we are getting to. We've cooked kangaroo, ostrich, lamb, frog legs. What's next, right? So this here is just freaking amazing. There we go. I can see you. Hi. I should cook some roast. Vampire chicken. Am I missing a comment? Show me the plate and describe that pasta. Beans Mountain Dew dish. Okay. So the pasta is a very, very tiny pasta. Takes longer to cook this than it does spaghetti. And it's the Chico brand. Am I going the wrong way? No. Actually, not going the wrong way. Acini de Pepe. Number 78. Cooking time 9 minutes. I've been to several different grocery stores and I cannot find this at the grocery store. But I ordered it on Amazon. Or actually, Timmy ordered it for me on Amazon. This brand is actually a very good brand of dried pasta. I really like it. So what we did was we cooked the pasta in the Baja Blast. In the Baja Blast. With a blast of natural and artificial tropical lime flavor. Okay. So Taco Bell original. Taco Bell actually bought Pepsi just so that they could, it was cheaper for them to do that. But anyway, so we sauteed the onions and then added the peppers. We had Fresno's, Anaheim, jalapeno. Oh God, those just soften. And then we added spices. We added New Mexico chili powder, cumin, um, ancho chili powder, black pepper, smoked paprika, chili powder, salt. Deglazed the pan a few times with the Mountain Dew. I was really afraid it's just going to be really sweet, but it actually plays off quite nicely. And the black beans got added, then some of the white corn, and just let that cook for a little bit so that the black beans could definitely get a little bit more softened. Huh? Nora?
Yeah.
Oh, hi Nora. Welcome. Come on in. And so we just let that cook and then cook the pasta separate in the Baja Blast Mountain Dew. And it turned this weird frog testicle green color. Oh, and smoked garlic. So, hey Teresa. Um, and then just put it all together. And this is oddly really, really good. You really can't taste much of the sweetness that you would expect out of Mountain Dew because that's all it is just a sugar bomb. But that is just amazing. It actually pairs really nicely with that coffee and chocolate rub that I put. Oh, and manchego cheese. There's manchego. I can't help it. I can't. I know I can, but I can't. It's really good. It's really, really, really. I'm gonna give this one a 5. I'm not even gonna take away that half star because this one was a tough one. All right. Holy hell. So I hope that answers your question, She Cooks. I think the sweetness kind of toned down the chilies a little bit. Because I should be burping up fireballs by now. All right. Tim, DoorDash arrives in 7 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. All right, I'm going to turn these off. All right, so it's that time. It's that time to spin the wheel and then add new ingredients. So for those of you that have never seen this part in action, you're in for a treat. All right. Gotta find my dry erase pen that's not gonna make me look like I had a little too much fun with a Smurf. What's that? Got a good pen? Yes, I've got a good pen. Yes. Yes, I do. Okay. So what should we spin for first? Should we spin for the protein, the starch, the drawing a brain fart, vegetable, or a random? No, I threw that one away. I threw that one away maliciously. I threw it away. I threw it away. It's gone. It's in a landfill somewhere. No, we're spinning first. She cooks and roasts. We're spinning first. So Teresa says we're spinning for veggies first, and then we're gonna go with Brandon's, who said protein. So here we go. Veggie first, and it's going to be eggplant. All right, now we're gonna go for the protein. This next. Duck. We got duck. God dang, this is getting spinny. Yeah, so now we're gonna go for this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, so now we're gonna go for starch. And we got potato, the lowly potato. Which leaves us to the random. Poor Timmy. He's like, I'm never eating again. And we got, what does that say? Soy sauce? Soy sauce. Oh, that's easy. All right, so should we, it just says potato, so if you have a suggestion for a type of potato, that's great. Anybody have a suggestion for a potato? A red potato, a purple potato, a russet potato, Yukon Gold, canned potato. Purple potato? We're going to go with purple potato. All right. All right, so now we got to erase what we got here. I have to turn this around. All right. Oh, puppy. Watch out, puppy. Move, puppy. Okay, so we got to remove. Let's take this off here. So we got to remove soy sauce from here. And potato. Eggplant. And duck. All right. So let's see here. Now we have to fill this in. So, hey, Callie Cush. It's been a while since I've seen you. Welcome. Figure out your DoorDash order for next week. All right. So, first off, let's start with the random. So, what we have on the random wheel or random part of the wheel, that's this area right here, is ginger ale, jello, sour gummies, gnocchi, salmon roe, red wine, bourbon, pistachio, Twizzlers, Great Northern beans, taco seasoning, pork rinds, and wasabi. So, yes, Katie, you have not had an opportunity to put something on this wheel yet. So, please choose a random ingredient. It could be literally anything as long as it's edible. Wasabi's already on there. So, tiger, no. Canned boiled peanuts. Okay. So that's Katie. Thank you, Katie. Canned boiled nuts. All right. Let's go with who has not contributed to this wheel yet. Let's let the people that have not contributed to the wheel yet be the next ones to go. Tiger, because I know that, damn you, Tiger, you're gonna say something.
So they gave you a letter bomb.
Yeah, what Timmy said. Yeah, see? Okay, so let's go with protein. We're going with a protein. We're going with a protein, Tiger. Tiger, protein. But you don't get to choose because you've already chosen a whole bunch. Let's give some new people. Hey, Daddy Dutch. Daddy Dutch. How about you? Um,
I
how
believe it is.
I believe tofu is on there. Just can't find it. Let's see here. Okay, so protein. What we have on here right now for protein is pig's feet, pork, hamburger, pork shoulder steak, alligator, buffalo, kielbasa, hot dogs, spam, beef ribs, chicken nuggets, fish, and tongue. I'm not seeing tofu on here.
I thought that was on there.
No. So, oh, we already had chicken livers.
Just did frog legs, Dutch.
Just did frog legs, Dutch. That was 2 weeks ago or last week. It was last week. No, 2 weeks ago.
That said chicken livers. We could do that.
We did chicken livers because we couldn't get gizzards. Beef liver? Okay. Beef liver.
Thank you, Teresa.
What? What? What?
She said T-bone.
No, but it wasn't her choice.
I know
It was.
that. But at least she's helping me.
Okay. Huh?
Fucking. Few people just want to see me die.
Shh, Timos, I can actually get those. But don't tell Timmy. All right. All right. All right. So, all right. Brandon, yes, you can suggest tomatillo as a vegetable, even though it's a fruit. But if you guys want to add fruits to the vegetable section, you guys can definitely do that. Should we just change that to produce aisle? Would that make it easier? Just say produce aisle so that you guys can get fruit in there because we don't have any fruit on here. Or I can try to find another wheel. I don't know. Okay, so we'll put a tomatillo. I love tomatillos. All right, so now we need a starch. No, wait a minute. No, we don't need a starch. Did I put that in the wrong place? Didn't we just put... Wait a minute. I think I just effed something up here. Red beets, bean sprouts. Did I put something in the wrong place? Tomatillo, cauliflower. Where is it? Oh no. Okay, so now I need a starch. So what we have in the starch section right now is orzo, spaghetti squash, fava beans, baked potato, French fries, kidney beans, basmati rice, oats, saffron rice, mashed potatoes, egg nudes, and wild rice and potato salad. So now I need a starch. So we're just going to change the vegetable section to produce aisle instead, so that we can also include fruit. Or we could just do a shout out on a fruit and just say, okay, let's pick a fruit. Do you guys want a fruit to add on there? And if the first person that says yes or no determines whether or not we should get fruit. Just a thought. And I'm eating my salad. Munch, munch, munch. All right. So we need a starch. Maybe put the fruit choices in a hat. Yeah, I've got a hat. I've got a really awesome hat. You want to see my hat? Got a hat. What? Stop.
Let me switch to the other camera.
Which camera? This camera?
That one. Back up.
There. Yeah. All right. We can just stick it in this hat. Okay. Yes, it's an ice cream cone. Spetzel? Spetzel? Okay, so Spetzel. All right, so wait a minute. Wait a minute. Brandon, you got one. Sleeper did not get one, so we're gonna go with angel hair. Angel hair. All right. The wheel is filled back up again. I'm going to step over a puppy. All right. Alrighty, Roo. So Munchie Mafia. I hope that all of you have had a wonderful Mother's Day, those that are mothers. I just want to say thank you so much for coming, and I really appreciate the time that we spend together. So with that in mind, don't forget, please like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and check out some upcoming videos that's coming up very soon. So don't forget, everybody, cook with love and eat with passion. Have a good night.
Well, Munchie Mafia, it is that time. I really hate saying goodbye, so let's just say a fun good night, or even a sad little toodaloo, perhaps even until next time. Maybe even a ta-ta for now. We'll be here or on off-topic squirrel, because talking squirrel needs love too. It's really been fun with all our friends, no matter if you're old or you're new. So before you let that door slam behind you, fondle that like button lovingly, and go back to your life as it were, before you hit that play button on YouTube. If you haven't yet subscribed to Munchie Mafia Official, now is the time, what's stopping you? While you're still here on YouTube, be sure to check in on Al-Q Lunacy. He's got the grilling game going on. Just be aware, if you submit a photo, you just might win that vibrator from his drawing on Tuesday night. P.S. send it to Des. Thanks for coming, and please remember, as you are in your very own kitchen and cooking for your family, community, and friends, to always cook with love and always eat with passion. Unless it has Twizzlers in it, whoever suggested is going to hell. As Chef Stevie says, stir misfortune. I really hate saying goodbye, so let's just say a fond good night, or even a sad little toodaloo, perhaps even until next time.